Well, I wasn't sure that I was going to get a video going today or not, but we are here and we're ready to go. This is the Roach with Rocia, and I am here to give a little bit of a video. Today is September 6th, 2021, and that means it is Memorial Day. It's a Monday, the first Monday of September. And that's what determines whether it's what or not Memorial Day, Labor Day. It is Labor Day. And so Labor Day is one of those holidays that very few people really pay much attention to. They kind of have an idea of, okay, well, it's a day to celebrate the workers, the people that work and get things going. I'm one of those people. I work a regular job, and so basically, it's for me and other workers who keep the ball rolling for the economy and keep everything happening. Well, that's kind of the basic idea. But Labor Labor Day traditionally is well and truly rooted in unions, labor unions. So labor unions were the ones that kind of formed it. They're also the ones that were always there promoting it, especially in the early days of Labor Day. So they would basically organize and get the parades and even provide the money and the funds to support the parades and the picnics and things like that, or at least help out with those. Although a lot of the picnics and stuff, it was generally the people themselves that came to enjoy the picnic that brought their own picnic. Um, and also the parades were workers that would come in and join in like a band or make a float or something like that for a Labor Day parade. So that's kind of where Labor Day came from. And it was basically built and organized by the unions most of the time, the labor unions. Um, and so I thought it would be an appropriate day to talk a little bit about the idea of unions. So I, throughout the years, I didn't understand unions for a long time. I mean, my understanding amounted to a little bit of Newsies, the film that talks a little bit about, and a lot of what the film talks about is what Labor Day is all about. So Labor Day is probably a Newsies day, is basically what it is. It's teaching you about Newsies. So child labor laws and union laws and things like that. That's what it was all about, and that's what they were really fighting about, and that's what they were really discussing when they decided to make Labor Day a holiday and give workers a day that they could spend off at home. But also, this was a day that workers would go and protest and um, um, petition for higher wages or better conditions in the workplace or um, protest against child labor laws, that kind of stuff. So, or protest against child labor, the practice of child labor, not the laws. In fact, they actually petitioned for the laws. Um, I am not so sure that the purpose of the unions, though, is still a true and needed principle. I'm not sure that that's something that we really need that badly anymore. See, I can see where it has some effect with the with government employees, because government employees, their bosses really are the people that are going to be paying attention to the lobbyists. And that's basically what unions have become, is a bunch of lobbyists lobbying for laws to be created to help the worker out. Um, and not only that, but it's also kind of a scheme to get money for these unions, because the unions basically get their dues by basically charging all of the people in the business, all of the people that are in the union, a portion of their wage to pay for the union. And then that union's supposed to go and negotiate higher wages and better benefits for the workers. Well, one of my first places that I was employed at um, was a company that made fabric softener sheets and soaps and things of that nature. And had they ended up getting bought out by another bigger company. Well, this bigger company had places in multiple different areas. Um, where I was in Salt Lake, that plant didn't have a union. And then they had another plant elsewhere, and that plant did have a union. The fact was that we, without a union, had better benefits than those that had the union. Now, the people that had the union had slightly higher pay, but they also had their union dues, which would have pretty well balanced it out as far as pay. And then we still had the better benefits. We still had more days that we were able to get off. We had better health and health care and life insurance, that kind of stuff. Those benefits were better. We also had a 401k and a 401k match that was a little bit better than what they had for the union place. It was just, it seemed like it was a mess because the union employees, if you kept reading all the documents that they kept sending or they kept showing, the union employees actually had it worse, yet they were the ones that were supposed to have the people to negotiate for better stuff. So I'm thinking that the unions may have outlived their usefulness because they used to be something to help the employees get better hours, better working conditions, better benefits, better wages. And that's just not what's happening. The unions aren't really getting that stuff for people. What they're doing is they're making it harder for employers to find people, keep people, and also get rid of people that aren't producing well. So that's the other problem. We often hear about these teachers that are really not doing a good job, but it's near impossible to get rid of them. Why? Because they're tenured with the union. And once you're tenured with the union, with the teachers union, then there are a whole bunch of loops that you have to jump through in order to terminate that teacher. So in the end, I'm not so sure that teaching what the unions are really producing what they originally were. So at my work that I currently am at, this is one union that I do find actually works. However, they are so embarrassed about the term union that they do everything they can to avoid being called a union. And largely what they do is they petition through sending lobbyists, mostly. That's mostly what they do. They send lobbyists to the government to lobby um, for better wages for us. I am a state employee, so it's government position, and so that's basically what they do is they send lobbyists into the legislature and to the governor to try and lobby for better wages and better benefits for us. And they actually do a pretty good job. They actually have been able to help get us raises. They've helped to get us an increase in some of our benefits that had been slashed before. So they're there and they are actually doing something, but they're so embarrassed by the term union that they avoid being called a union. So I'm not so sure that unions are really all that valuable anymore. I'm not sure that they're all that good anymore. So I don't know is if we should keep them. I think that a lot of unions should go away, that we should get rid of a lot of unions. The laws have pretty much taken care of or eliminated. So there's labor laws now of several different things. There's like children can't be forced to work, and employers have to actually have to offer certain benefits if the employee works and full-time hours or whatnot. So we have laws now that have replaced the usefulness of the unions. So I don't know as if we really need them. I think maybe we should just get rid of them. Anyways, that is my quick take on this, the Labor Day of 2021. So you guys have a good day. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're notified when we upload new videos. And I'll see you in the next one.